Hello.
Hello.
We're
starting?
Yeah, we're starting.
Oh, wait. I need the thing. I even got it prepared.
Oh, that's right. That's what your coffee tastes like. I've gotten this weird coffee that tastes kind of rubbery.
Rubbery?
Yeah. Gordon Harris. Because I went to go get coffee over the weekend, and Havana's closed on the weekend. I was going to go there, but so I had to...
No.
Yeah, real sad.
I just got a New World.
Huh?
You just got a New World.
Because it's a little bit further away, and I just went to the supermarket. I went to the warehouse, and they had a bag of Gordon Harris. I'm like, Gordon Harris is okay. Like, it's what I know some people have. I got back, I'm like, this is rubbery tasting.
No, Gordon Harris is not good.
It's not.
Fuck!
I was like reading the back, and it said, since 1986, and I was like, still doesn't know how to make good coffee.
Well, look, I've been alive for since 1996, and I still don't know how to live right. Fucking come on.
That is making me very nervous. Okay, cool.
Got it. What was making you nervous?
The ball just hitting into something on the table.
Oh, I'm not that bad.
You sure?
Man.
Are you sure about that?
Look, I'm a bad boy, but I'm not that bad, Alex. We need to record an intro for the podcast. Okay.
All right, welcome to Substation Radio.
Welcome back to Substation Radio.
We missed a week. Let's address a few things off the bat.
Yeah, okay. First of all, we missed last week's podcast. We didn't miss it. We recorded it, but we had a lot of issues as far as
the audio sounded horrible.
Yeah, so we just didn't end up putting it out.
It's just a shame because we had a guest on Destroy, but
yeah, but we'll get him back for another podcast.
For sure, yeah. No, he'll come back.
Maybe not next week, but the week after.
Yeah.
What else?
The elephant in the room, maybe?
Yeah, my laptop broke.
So things are changing around here.
Yeah, we're going to have to sort of adjust how we usually would do everything.
Operations are changing.
Yeah, operations are changing. So streams every Friday now are only going to be 1 hour long. Mm-hmm. It's going to be one set from 8 p.m. until 9 p.m. Let's
be realistic. You fuckers didn't watch past 9 p.m. anyway.
Yeah, you fuckers. But, that's fine. But the only thing is, so for the next 2 weeks, we will, this Friday excluding, we will have a pre-recorded set this Friday. Mm-hmm. So we won't be live. We will be in the chat, though, and we'll be talking and having some bants with y'all. But it will be a pre-recorded set. We're going to be recording that today.
Yeah.
For the next 2 weeks following, though, we will have guests coming on. We've got Joey coming in next week.
Does he have a DJ name, or is he just Joey?
I'm not too sure. I haven't got around to that. I need to talk to him.
Okay.
But I told him I'll be in contact with him next week. But we've got a boy named Joey coming in, and then another boy named Tyler coming in the week after that. So for the next 2 weeks, we will have live streams. They will be live streams.
Yes. They will be real.
They will be real. So we've got 2 weeks worth of guests coming up for you. And that'll take us through the start of February. Throughout February, we will have pre-recorded sets ready to go. We've got one by yourself, Alex, one by me, l-x-tricity, CBI.
Yeah.
I believe we're going to do a back-to-back at some point.
Yeah, we're just going to be it's going to be very much like we'll see how we can make this all work. Yeah. Play it by ear.
Yeah.
We'll just pull out all the things we know how to do.
Yeah. So basically a rundown on why everything's changed. My laptop's broken, and the way we would
irreversibly.
Yeah, irreversibly broken. I can get it fixed, but it's going to cost more to get it fixed than it's worth in general. So basically, on Friday night streams, we would use my laptop to stream everything onto YouTube. Would use it as a streaming
was a fucking
computer.
stretch to begin with.
Yeah, it was a stretch. But now that we can't do that, Alex's laptop can't run the program that we used to DJ as well as stream the entire stream.
I want
to
try it though.
You want to try it?
I want to punish my laptop for existing.
Yeah, like
I've done it once before. I did it on the deck stream, but the audio messed up. I think it was unrelated to the software.
Yeah, we'll give it a try and we'll see what we can do, because we could just set it up on this table here and just bring the entire operations closer.
Yeah.
But until then, we will just have pre-recorded sets. But we'll be sorted for the next month or so until the start of
We're not going
March.
away.
Yeah.
We still love you very much.
Other than that, nothing's changed. Podcasts will be every Wednesday. Game streams will be every Thursday.
Yep.
We'll be changing up the games coming up probably next month. love Warzone.
Wait, we're not playing more Warzone?
We're still going to play more Warzone. Don't don't worry, Alex.
Get my itch there.
But we do have a new capture card.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's
we
right,
can
yeah.
start playing other games.
We had that. It's sitting in my place.
Yeah, I know.
We've got a capture card so we can play any console games. We've got Game Pass for a month.
Yeah. I mean, I've got Game Pass. Oh, I don't have Game Pass, though. Never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you've got any games recommended that you want us to play that's on Game Pass on Xbox, chuck a comment down below, just underneath the like and subscribe button.
Hey. He's learning.
And if you have any, I don't know, because we're doing pre-recorded sets now, you know what? I'll throw it out here. If anybody wants to recommend a genre or style of music that you want me to DJ for a night, I'll be happy to go through comments, see what you want me to do, or if you want Alex to do something, I'll make him do it anyway. He probably won't want to do it.
You think you have power over me?
Yeah, I do. I got the gym, bitch.
Ah, shit. Physical power.
But yeah, so things are changing up a little bit, but nothing you need to worry about. Content will still be coming out. Everything will still be flowing nicely. We do have guests coming on the podcast next week.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah, they're a couple of guys from Ping Productions, which are a Wellington-based production company.
Yep.
They've been putting on a lot of shows, silent discos and raves over the last probably 5 years now.
Really?
Yeah, they've been going for a while.
Huh.
Maybe not 5 years. I have to research that properly, but they've been going for quite a while. But yeah, we've got two of them coming on the podcast next week, so we're going to have a chat to them, find out what they do and how they've been doing it, and
So
a bit of
did you live with one of them for a bit?
I didn't live with them.
Right.
My partner did.
Right, and we, up until now, I just don't know how we haven't bumped into these guys yet.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the thing. Well, I know, I've known about these guys. Yeah. And because I was talking to my partner's friend Sam about it, and he was like, oh yeah, I know the guys who put on the bunker raves and shit, and I was like, oh true.
Yeah. And I just I got one of those gigs just by one of the dudes posting up on Vic Deals, and I was just like, I'm a DJ. Yeah. I want to do something on New Year's. Yeah. We couldn't. I don't know how we didn't even end up kind of pushing for it beforehand. Well, kind of a little more. But we had our hands full with what we were already doing because that was during the Talus EP and true. Yeah, that was when we were releasing music every fucking week. Yeah, which we need to get back onto music releases because we're a label. Remember?
Yeah, I know. Well, here's the thing. I don't have a laptop.
Yeah. No, I was saying I'm vlogging again now. So let me know if you want. Let me know in the comment section below the like button and subscribe. It was way less smooth than yours, but anyway, let me know if we want to make that the high voltage vlog. Otherwise, I'll just keep it to myself. I
think it might be worth just checking up a few episodes, see how they go. Yeah.
Test the waters.
Yeah, drop it down to I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes.
10 minutes. The algorithm will like us. So yeah. But yeah, I was talking to the vlog, being like, well, we're a music label. We should probably start releasing music. And I'm like, that's going to be difficult because Manny's laptop is dead. Yeah, I might have to start just having studio sessions at your place. Yeah. Because I'm comfortable with making music now. I think the only problem is that you don't have on my... oh, wait, no, because your SSD is going in my PC, so you effectively have your computer at my place. Yeah. Oh, yeah, so basically we're going to take the SSD out of my laptop, plug it into Alex's PC, and then I'm just going to have my laptop on his PC. Yeah. Which is going to freak the fuck out of my operating system. But we'll probably have to delete all your drivers and reinstall your drivers. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah. So if my PC fucking goes on flames, I'll. But mate, with all the fire beats in my folders, you kidding me? I'll be upset if it's not in flames. Better not kill my 2080. I wouldn't promise. But yeah, no. Other than that. Everything's fine, but hey, everything's fine. This is fine. I don't have a laptop anymore, so if anybody wants to, donation link, you know where it is. Flick us a dono. That would be nice. Just a little help bump in the direction. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I need a laptop. Yeah. I needed to produce and we needed to stream. I'm trying not to cry, but everything's fine. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. This is the way. Yeah. This is the way. If I have time, I might just comp in some flames behind us. This is fine. yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah. All right. So other than that, yeah, that's pretty much catch you all up with what's been going on and how it's all going. And we're checked in. Yeah, we're all checked in. Oh, we do have another guest keen on coming on as well. Yeah, I think I might have messaged you. You told me yesterday. I did.
Yeah. But I added him on Facebook yesterday, so I was going to message him just before.
Oh,
But
different guest.
yeah, no, another guest.
It's almost as if like it's starting to take off.
Yeah, we got over the next few months, we've got at least like 3-4 guests coming through, plus our regulars like Hershey and Destroy.
Yeah. Using our made up names.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to have plenty of fresh new content, fresh faces come through. If you don't want that,
Well,
yeah,
I don't know how to help you.
I do apologize if you just want to see me and Alex every single week.
I get the feeling that maybe what Carter wants.
I know, every time. Maybe we should just video call Carter every week just to talk to him.
Part of me wants to every now and then.
Yeah. Hey Carter, how are you?
Checking in.
Yeah, you doing
Also
all right?
Nate. Also Nate. We can't exclude Nate.
And Nate.
Our two day ones. Our 2 international day ones.
No.
Like, the fact that we get more support from people across the fucking globe from than people that live down the street from us is weird to me.
Yep. From people that I live with even. Yeah. It's quite nice. It's very it's humbling.
Yeah, it's humbling, and also just like it's great support. Like it's a nice warm feeling that like people you're reaching someone on the other side of the earth.
Yeah, and every week when we go live on the stream or anytime we go live on anything, I'm just like, like I don't expect it, but as soon as I see the names pop up into chat, I'm like, fuck, oh yo,
It's like,
we're boys.
yeah. This is just our like this is now just become our Carter and Nate appreciation podcast.
Yeah, just a big shout out to you two.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your support. We do appreciate it so much, and it makes it somewhat worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me able to sleep nice and sleep well at night. Just being like, I'm doing something good.
Yeah, I have dreams about Carter holding me.
I'm not going that far.
Yeah, anyway, so that's enough sunshine up your ass.
Right. Bring you back down to earth.
Yeah, last week, however, let's move on to some topics.
Yes.
Last week, Scarlet, what the fuck's it called? WandaVision came
yes.
out. Oh, Marvel content.
Yeah.
The thing that Alex doesn't really like.
I was watching the entire time being like, when are you going to Marvel?
Yeah, right? It's fucking weird. I don't know if you guys have seen WandaVision, but the first 2 episodes are out.
Huge spoiler alert if you haven't.
Yeah, first 2 episodes are out on Disney Plus now. We're going to talk about them for the next little while. So if you haven't seen them, just mute or maybe put in a timestamp. If not, just go watch them because it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's like watching. It doesn't feel like.
It doesn't feel like Marvel.
No, it's like one of the. So I don't know if you know, but so WandaVision, Spider-Man 3, and Doctor Strange. What the fuck's it called? Multiverse of Madness.
Right.
These 3. So this show, the Spider-Man 3 movie, and the Doctor Strange movie are all supposed to be kind of like an interwound trilogy.
Right.
Yeah. So the way that
So is Spider-Man showing up at some point in WandaVision?
Maybe, probably not.
Sad reacts only.
Yeah, the only reason is that I know WandaVision is supposed to be appearing in Spider-Man movies.
Right.
And Doctor Strange will be appearing in the Spider-Man movies.
Okay.
So Doctor Strange is replacing Tony Stark as the mentor figure.
When is Spider-Man going to become that? But
yeah, so that's probably going to be happening soon within the MCU.
Yeah.
So basically, what's going on in WandaVision, right? First 2 episodes, it starts off as like fucking 50s sitcom.
yeah, no, it threw me. I was like, I turned it on, I'm like, why is it 4:3? Why is it black and white?
You messaged me, you're like, is WandaVision a 50s sitcom? I was like, yep. You're like, huh.
Yeah. I was not expecting it.
Yeah.
And some of the humor in it is like, it's eerily like British awkward humor.
Yeah, it's like it feels like I'm watching like a sitcom, and I was like, oh, man, if
It gave me that like sort of uncomfortable, awkward British humor feel.
yeah, but it's also it's so eerie because I know what is going on, or not. I don't know what's going on, but I know that this isn't right.
Yeah,
you know, like in this,
and the second episode with the color stuff coming, I'm like,
yeah. So like, I've done some research into the episodes. Basically,
oh, yeah, you got dug through the forums.
I've dug through the forums. I've watched my fair few episode reviews and Easter egg hunts.
Ah, yes.
So basically,
Enlighten me.
Okay, so I don't know where to fucking start this. So first episode, right? It's pretty fucking basic the entire way through. It's just a sitcom until pretty much the end, when it's a sitcom with 2 superpowered people
trying to hide it.
trying to hide it. until the end when they're sitting down for dinner with Vision's boss and his wife. And they
that was so weird at the end where like he just does that whole like fucking thing and like gets up and is like, we better leave, I'll be talking to you in the morning, good, we'll have a promotion for you. Like, what happened?
Yeah, so basically what everyone thinks is going on, like the main theory that's going on with the actual the setting of this world that she's in is that this is post Endgame, right? Vision is dead, right?
Oh.
But because One Division, I don't know if you know that One Division has all the powers of the Infinity Stones. Yeah. So like all like chaos, like fucking she has the power to manipulate universes and create pocket universes. So basically what everyone thinks is going on is that you'll notice that there was an ad in the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the Tony Stark toaster. Or not Tony Stark, Stark Industries toaster.
Yeah.
So it's sitting there, and that's the first time you see color in the show. It's because that little light is flashing red.
Yeah.
But it just sits there, and it's a really, really long wait because it's just there beeping.
Yeah.
And just keeps beeping. What people think is that those two people in those ads, because in the second episode as well, those are the same characters.
Yeah, the next ad, yeah.
Coming back in the ads. People reckon that that's supposed to be Wanda's parents.
Oh.
Yeah, and I don't know if you know much about the history of, well, not the history, but her backstory in the MCU itself.
Nope.
Well, it's explained in previous movies. Basically, what happened is in Sokovia, where they're from.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Her entire city got blown up. No, that's before that.
Oh.
This is way before that. The Sokovia Accords is when the Ultron came through and lifted the entire fucking planet thing off. But this is fucking like 10, 20 years prior.
Okay.
Her Wanda and fucking Quicksilver, yeah, I can't remember the guy's name. Brother and sister, obviously.
Yeah.
They were at home. There was a war going on. Russian, obviously, Cold War must be.
Yeah.
And then basically a bomb comes in, fucking kills their family, kills their mum and dad, and then another one lands straight in the fucking living room where the two kids are. The bomb lands in there, doesn't explode, it's just sitting there ticking away, and all it has written on it is Stark Industries.
Yeah, the classic.
The classic, right. Ran out of breath, I haven't talked this much in so long. So basically, that is what is supposed... people are theorizing about that advert, right? Is that the Stark toaster ticking away is supposed to represent the bomb.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then because her parents were dead and she was like kind of gone she was on her own for so long, she spent a lot of her childhood watching like sitcoms and TV shows.
Right.
So that's why she's kind of like she's idealized the American dream.
Yeah.
And kind of...
Oh yeah, it's so like watching them, I'm just like, oh my god, this is like Americana porn.
Yeah, like it's straight just like clean cut 50s sitcom American dream, but like you'll know like in old sitcoms it's never touched on what like people actually do. There's nothing, they don't talk about what is happening outside of the sitcom. They don't talk about what's happening outside of the city. It's all kind of just whatever's going on in that house and that family. And like the husband will go off to work. Nobody really knows what the husband does because it's all based around the home and the family.
Is that the meaning for like Vision asking, what do we do here?
Yeah. He's like, what do we do? And he's like, oh, well, you file paperwork or whatever. Yeah. And he's like, well, what's it do? And he's like, oh, so we can send it away. He's like, well, where does it go? He's like, what's... So like that's kind of like Vision sort of coming to terms that he's kind of aware that he's not in the right place, like that this isn't right for him. And then it's Wanda's way of just kind of keeping everything together in this like simple, no need to worry about anything,
no external stuff.
So back to that dinner, right? When they're talking about everything and they're like, the boss asks, he's like, oh, so like, what do you guys do? You know, where'd you come from? Where'd you get married? And then there's that kind of like, oh yeah, we were married. We came from somewhere. Yeah,
and like no ring and all that.
Yeah, no ring. And it kind of like tension keeps building. And then he's like, well, like, where did you come from? And then at that point, Wanda kind of like hesitates at him. And at that point, he starts choking. Because I don't know if you saw what he was choking on, but it was that strawberry from the start of this episode.
Oh.
Yeah. So she made him start choking because he was asking questions. and he was like bringing forward memories that she didn't want to be a part of this universe,
Right.
because she's like I made this place to be
Like
perfect,
yeah.
and like my own like an escape from reality, really. And that's why when he goes down choking and dying, the wife's just kind of like stuck on a loop of like, ha, stop it, like really
Right.
creepily, because she's still stuck in the whole like nothing else happens outside of whatever's going on. Nothing bad happens. This isn't like a bad thing that's happening. This is just she pretty much glitched, right?
Right, yeah. It's like she sort of got stuck in her little process.
Yeah. So she glitched, and then like it got serious. Vision pulls the fucking thing out of his throat. Guy gets up, and then back to normal, and everyone's they fuck off, and then the episode ends happily ever after.
Yeah.
Zooms out, and then they're in that. You realize that they're being watched, right, by some guy in a fucking van, or I don't know what it is. It's like they're in like a
classic surveillance van sort of thing.
classic surveillance area van, desk set up. There's a little symbol. I don't know if you noticed it, but it's a little symbol with a sword, and, and it reoccurs throughout the first 2 episodes. That symbol is the symbol for sword, in fact.
Right.
You know, shield,
Yeah.
sword.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I also noticed in the second episode there's a Hydra symbol on the watch.
There is a Hydra symbol on the watch, and that watch is also called the Strucker, right?
Okay, that's beyond me.
Baron von Strucker was the Hydra agent who captured Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver when they were kids,
Right.
and then harnessed the powers of the Mind Stone that was in the scepter, and he harnessed those powers to give Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch their powers to
So
mutate
it's all just
them.
like subconscious things slipping into her reality.
Yeah. So it's all things that have happened in the past, kind of pushing their way through and trying to like, I don't know if it's Sword that's trying to like remember, because there's that point in the second episode where it's like the radio starts like ticking over, and it's like, Wanda, who's doing this to you?
Yeah.
And it like keeps yelling at her, and then she kind of just breaks out of it, and she like crushes her hand, starts bleeding, and it's like, oh my god, what's going on? Yeah, so SWORD stands for in the comics it's sentient world observation. Sentient world. What the fuck is it? So, how do you spell sword?
Oh god, now I'm blanking on that too.
SWORD. Sentient World Observation Response Department.
Right.
So that's what it. So that's what SWORD stands.
Sword.
That's what the SWORD stands for. And in the comics, though, in One Division or the MCU, they've changed that, and they've changed it one word. Still sword, but now it stands for Sentient Weapon Observation Response Department.
Right.
So
Wanda essentially being a sentient weapon.
yeah, Wanda being the sentient weapon. So there, I don't really know what's going on. I didn't really figure out what is actually happening with Sword and what they've got to do with the actual everything that's happening inside One Division right now, the actual show. Mm-hmm. But that's pretty much where it stands. Of the beekeeper, he's from Sword. He comes out at the end. She rewinds it because she was like, "No, I'm not having this. You can't be here. I don't want this." Rewinds it. She still has memories of that all. But carries on in the life that she's living. That is like the main rundown of like small things.
Okay.
One big thing, however, is, you know, the neighbor?
Yeah.
Her name's Agnes.
Yeah.
And
Look, you're one of my favorite characters.
yeah, you like Agnes?
Yeah, she's great.
Right. Do I have something to tell you?
Oh no.
Agnes, my friend, has been theorized, and it's pretty much confirmed. It's not confirmed by anybody at MCU,
Yeah, of course.
or anything like
They're
that.
going to do that.
But everything points to this. But Agnes is supposed to be a character from the MCU named Agatha Harkness.
Right.
Agatha Harkness is a witch.
Oh.
Yeah. Dating back to like the witch days from like Salem Witch Project.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. Proper old witch. Hello.
Do you mind Wellington?
Oh, it's fucking windy here, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, she's supposed to be a witch. In the comics, however, her first introductions in the comics, she was a nanny that was like a governess, a nanny type thing that was hired by the Fantastic Four to look after their kids.
All right, those guys, yep.
Yep. And then they find out that She's actually this witch who's like all powerful. She's like one of the strongest witches in the world,
Right.
in the universe. Sorry, one of the strongest characters in the universe. And basically, what she's doing is she's manipulating Wanda. So we think that she's helping Wanda, or she is manipulating Wanda into creating this universe. To like, I don't know what she's trying to get out of it at this point. But you'll notice, like, if you go back and watch the episodes again and you listen to what she says, she is incredibly aware of of everything that's going on. There's a point where when Wanda goes outside and she sees that there's that helicopter, right? She's like,
Yeah, what was that? Yeah.
yeah. She's like, where the fuck? What people think that is that was a real helicopter that came close to the universe. That came close to this like pocket universe,
Right.
pocket dimension, and it got turned into a toy and left there.
Right.
Because there's a character in the second episode. There's that oh shit, when they're sitting down having that like committee meeting,
Yeah.
right? And she's sitting there talking with that lady beside her, the black lady.
Oh, what's her name?
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Yeah.
Her name's not entirely important.
Right.
Have you seen Captain Marvel?
Yes.
Yeah. So you know the friends that she's with, and there's that daughter.
Yep.
That's her.
Okay.
So that woman.
How? That was in the 90s.
Yeah. Well, the child grew up.
In the 50s.
This isn't set in the 50s.
Right, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. This is still the now times. Okay. It's just like she's created this like universe of like 50s type shit going on. So basically that character or that character is actually the daughter of Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel's friend who actually grows up to become Miss Marvel in the Avengers.
Okay.
Different character. I know.
Yeah.
A lot of fucking comic book shit going on.
See, when we're talking about Mandalorian, I get all that.
Yeah, I know. This is like... this is where I fucking strive, right?
Comic book movies are like I'm like mostly bored of them, but then when you actually like start getting into them, it's so convoluted.
Yeah, well, it's like because comics have been like, they're releasing fucking a volume every single week for the last 70 years.
Yeah, and
right?
like, how can we like fuck with you this week?
Yeah, and it's not even that. And then they've got like multiverses. They've got fucking you got different storylines. There's like a whole bunch of shit coming out. So there is years. There's like 20 times the amount of years that have gone worth of content that they're trying to like bundle into one thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's that character. She's there. It's a thing that's going to come up potentially in the future. But Agatha Harkness, right, which scary lady, is aware of what's going on. She's pulling all this fucking strings in this whole thing.
Right.
She worked for a character in the MCU works closely with a character in the comic book universe called Mephisto, who's basically the devil.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a scene where she's talking. She's like, "The devil's in the details, baby," and then Agatha's like, "That's not the only place the devil is." And that's like, okay, you are not being very subtle, are you?
Yeah. I need to go back and watch it again, I guess.
Yeah, there's so many things, and then like there's like small Easter eggs, like the coffin not the coffin, sorry, but the closet that they use to like do the magic tricks in. That's got fucking the Vision's Mind Stone on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like just on it. It just looks like it. It's not like a big fucking Easter egg, but it's a small. I don't know. It's like, oh wow, that's kind of cool,
Okay. What was mostly going through my head is like, why did I download this in 4K HDR?
Yeah.
When I was watching, I'm like, why?
Apparently, after the third episode, it just completely changes.
Okay.
Yeah. So like for the next 2 episodes, we're gonna get like,
but like, the color's bleeding in the end of the second episode.
Yeah, so it's slowly like progressing through the years, right? So like first episode was like 50s, second episode kind of like pushes into the 60s, third episode is going to be like probably 70s, 80s, and then it's going to slowly start pushing up until, because like the way that it's working is like the colors bleeding through because she's slowly coming to terms with like, you can't just live in this like simple life.
Right.
Like can't like hide everything from everybody because things are going to start bleeding through into the actual reality that it is. So everything's slowly becoming more realistic, as so did like TV shows have become, right?
Yeah.
Like back in the 50s, they were just simple. There was nothing to ask about.
That was staged.
Yeah, it was just a stage show, and that was it. You're on stage, people laughed, episode ended, nobody asked questions.
Yeah.
That was just it. It was entertainment, and that was it.
Yeah.
But through the years, things have progressed so far that like things start becoming more and more like realistic.
And also meta and everything.
Yeah, a lot more meta. People are like understanding that, you know, we need more information to like keep interested, because that's the way that technology and humanity has advanced, that we like to know things. And like we don't like to be fooled by stories that are so silly and stupid that they don't make sense, right?
Yeah.
We need things to make sense so we can relate to it.
But Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is still tight.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is tight. But that makes, you know, but yeah, so that's the way I can see One Division going, is that it's going to slowly start progressing more and more until we're just back, right? Until the only thing I'm wondering about is I don't actually know if Vision is there or not.
Yeah. So is this theoretically happening inside her head? Or she's just created a whole universe?
She's created a whole universe.
And is she physically in that universe?
Yes.
Okay.
This is where things start getting exciting, right?
And is theoretically in the universe, are those physical entities, all those people, or are they figments of her imagination?
They are physical things.
Okay.
Right. They are.
But is she?
They are imagined by her, and they are running off a code, right? That was written by her.
Right. So are they processing essentially in her head while she's there?
Yes.
Okay.
So like, she's. They're like, think of them as like their code, right? They started like in the first episode, it was very minimal, right? There was nothing really there. There was like the one neighbor, they went to work, and that was the only scenes we saw, right? Second episode, you start jumping through from just the standard what's it fucking called?
Act?
No, like the framing, right? So in like sitcoms, you had like
the three perspectives.
Three perspectives. And then in the second episodes, it starts jumping around because, you know, we can get more perspectives on it now because there are more things to be looked at. She walks outside. There's an entire street of houses now. There's neighbors. There's a committee.
Right, yeah.
There's a neighborhood watch. And things are slowly just going to start progressing more and more.
So, I guess you could sort of say she's like DMing her little universe.
Yeah, 100%. She rewound her universe. She saw something that was there. She didn't like it. She went back to it before then and then stopped it from happening.
Right.
So, like, this is all a thing that's happening.
Right.
But she's created a universe, a pocket dimension of life. And this is where it's fun, right?
Fun.
Yeah. Because she's doing this, she's basically just torn MCU in half.
Right.
Because the MCU's, you know, its own thing now. The MCU's here. One Division's taking place outside of it.
Yeah.
It's still like happening. It's like it's there. Like everyone knows, somebody knows that this is happening because they're referring to her. Sword must know that this is all happening to her.
Yeah.
So,
is she physically in the other universe, like sort of just like passed out or something?
No, it'll be the same as when I don't know if you saw Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Where at the end of the movie when he goes into that other dimension.
Yeah, Tianu or something.
Yeah. Imamu.
Imamu, yeah.
Yeah. So he was in that dimension. So think of it as like it's any
so
location
she just walked
space.
through like a little portal.
Yeah, she's just, I don't know how the fuck she got there. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But she's in a different universe right now. But this just means that they've just opened MCU up to be torn into multiple universes, right? At this point, because on Spider-Man 3 set, they have been seen that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were both seen on set. One Division's supposed to be in this movie, in the Spider-Man movie. Doctor Strange is supposed to be in the Spider-Man movie. The Doctor Strange movie is called Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
It's also supposed to be a horror movie. And yeah, so basically they've just confirmed that there's going to be Spider-Verse in the MCU. So we're going to see Tobey Maguire come back as Spider-Man. We're going to see Andrew Garfield come back as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Nah, he was a cool Spider-Man. I liked Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He was fun, and like every scene that he was in was beautiful, except his Peter Parker wasn't written well. Right. Spider-Man, great. Yeah, so that's fucking cool.
I just want Spider-Gwen.
Yeah, Spider-Gwen is also supposed to be making an appearance in Spider-Man 3. I'm not too sure how confirmed that is, or how denied it is, or how unconfirmed it is,
or how like cagey they're being about it.
Yeah, so fuck, that was a lot of One Division.
Yeah, that was like half an hour.
That's still a lot. Yeah, so what do you think?
I mean, I was just watching it being like, what is this?
Yeah, there was a lot of like, huh?
I'm just like for real, I was just thinking the entire time. One part of me was going, why did I download this in 4K HDR? The other part of me was like, when's this going to start marveling?
Yeah. When does Marvel start doing the thing?
Yeah, it was like, where's the sky beam?
Yeah. Oh yeah, crazy fucking show.
Yeah.
It's funny though. It's fucking.
It's good.
Yeah.
Oh, like part of it's though, I did get to certain parts where I was just like, I don't want to keep watching this because it hit me like British comedy, like that awkward.
Yeah, you're like,
don't stop.
No.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. I fucking every scene that Vision is funny, man.
Yeah.
He's so
He's great.
Yeah, I don't know what they fucking did that character, but he's so much better now.
For a computer program.
Yeah, I know. Oh, when he eats that stick of gum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is quite funny to think about when you realize that everything that's happening in this universe is controlled or like programmed by WandaVision. So her subconscious made him
Yeah.
take that gum and fuck himself up to like I don't know, maybe
I just think that like there's processing power happening in her brain,
yeah,
but like it's just ticking over and she's not like aware of it.
yeah, like subconscious sort of thoughts are
Yeah.
like maybe her subconscious thoughts are trying to like wake her up to like bring her back to the real world. And Agatha Harkness is like keeping her in this like pocket reality. I don't know what she's trying to do, if she's trying to like convince her to like
she just showed up with a full like, what kind of housewife would I be if I didn't have a 4-person 3-course meal? And
like she's like full on like there for her. And she even in the second episode when she turns up, she's like, look at it, and she's like, it's the main character of the show. Like walk and says that line, like just straight up says
Didn't
that
pick
line.
up on that.
Yeah, like that's the thing. It blended in so well that you're just like, when I went back, I was like, that's weird. It's weird that she said that. Yeah.
Sorry.
So I think potentially it's like she like WandaVision doesn't actually want to be in this universe. Like her subconscious doesn't actually knows that it's not healthy for her, and knows that she doesn't want to be there. But she's either like convinced herself entirely, or that Agatha Harkness is playing a part in this, where she's helping her like live this reality. To, I don't know what she's trying to get out of it. Maybe it's because WandaVision is so powerful, she wants her on her side, or like because I know in the comics,
or just wants it out of the picture even.
Yeah, even potentially. I know in the comics, Agatha Harkness, right, convinced she convinced Wanda Maximoff. She convinced her that she had 2 kids, and that she made this entire illusion and like spent like this entire life of her having these 2 kids and living this life with a family.
What if?
And then she remembers, and then she wipes her memory of it, and then Scarlet remembers that she had kids at one point, and she was not too sure if it was real, and it drives her completely fucking insane, and she just goes mental.
I wouldn't be surprised if she's in Agatha's universe.
Yeah, like that. Like I'm thinking of like what the fuck was it called? Phoenix. The X-Men comic series with it was a third X-Men movie.
Beyond me.
Did you ever watch the X-Men movies?
Nah, I'm not so into the X-Men movies.
Basically Dark Phoenix, that's what it's called. The Dark Phoenix storyline. Phoenix is the X-Men's so hard because I don't care about it because it's directed by Fox.
Hey, it's all Disney now.
It is now. Well, that's what mutants is. They can use mutants now in MCU, which is nice. Wolverine, Clawman,
right?
His girlfriend, with the red hair. I'm pretty sure her name's Phoenix in the show. Basically, she goes insane because she's so power crazy and she destroys everything.
Right.
They've touched on that in like 5 different X-Men movies, and every time it's been shit because they're like, just stop doing that storyline because you can't do it right. Yeah. So I'm kind of getting that kind of vibe with the Scarlet Witch that's going on right now. So like she's having like kids with Vision. She's having the life of the Vision. At some point, I feel like Agatha's just going to wipe her entire memory and be like, all right, forget about all of this. Go back to your real life and what was going on. Don't know why, don't know how. I don't have any fucking reason for this like thought process. And then Wanda's going to come back and be like, what the fuck was...
Yeah.
What is going on?
This is going to be one of those shows that's going to be real good when it's all done and we can look back and be like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's straight up. Like, watching it, like, these first 2 episodes are like, they're kind of like exciting and like, it's like, what is this? But other than that, I wasn't into it. I was just like, I just want to know, like, what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Like, where, what, after Endgame, like, this is the first time we see Scarlet Witch since Endgame. It's like, how the fuck did we get here? What's going on? And that's all that's driving me with the show.
And then at the end of every episode, there's this weird, like, the scene of, like, going into, like, this observation sort of thing. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, so, like, Sword's fucking doing something, so they're watching her or something. I don't understand how they're seen into another universe, first of all.
Yeah.
Like, that's technology that hasn't been touched on in MCU. I believe they made a joke about it in not a joke, but Mysterio talked about it in
Far From Home,
but it was a lie, right?
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, I'm from Earth, blah blah blah. This is Earth 616, which is actually the Earth that the canon of comic books take place. Like the
main storyline.
The main storyline of all comics take place in Earth 616.
Right.
So like he talks about it and he's correct with what he's saying in this storyline, but I don't think it would be Earth 616 because Earth 616 is where the comic book stories take place. This wouldn't take place. MCU doesn't take place at 616. MCU takes place in another universe.
Okay.
Yeah, because like in the like the lore of Marvel, this is all happening. Like it's all happened and it is happening, and it's real. Like Earth, where we are in this life, is its own universe. We're our own universe. There's a one above all, and there's a character called the One Above All.
Right,
and he basically oversees all of the universes. Our universe, comic book universes, MCU universe.
So theoretically, the idea is, like, obviously it wouldn't happen, but like theoretically, MCU is like another multiverse to the existence we're having right now.
Yeah. So like that's the way that they've written the story, is that it's all kind of taking place. It's actually happened. It's not here right now. It's in a book that we're reading. But it's happened in another universe. Or
you could say the book sort of slipped through the multiverse or something.
Yeah, or somebody's had touches with it, or like, I don't know. Because there's so much to like the MCU that, or like the Marvel comic universe, not the cinematic universe, that kind of blurs the lines between what is and what isn't.
Yeah.
Which is, it's quite fun when you like start getting into it.
Oh, yeah, like, it's a lot, though.
Yeah, it is a lot. And there's a lot of stupid shit that happens as well. Yeah, so that's some fucking crazy bonkers wonkers shit that's going on with Agatha Harkness. But yeah, no, I would recommend just going back and watching it again now that you know this stuff, and just trying to like pick out points that you're like, huh,
yeah,
wait a second.
Complete. So, oh god, yeah. I've also been watching the Joker film.
Oh yeah.
Like I watched that maybe a month or so ago.
Yeah.
And I've seen like something come on my YouTube about it, and it's just like it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, the clock's always at the same time. Do you notice that?
Huh?
Every single time there's a clock on screen, it's at the same time.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've only seen things about like how the media just hated it.
The media.
Yeah, like news media hated it. They wanted it to fail.
Yeah, but it's one of the best DC movies.
It's so good. I want more films like that. Like more films that are just like actually like go into society. I'm like, that's a good comic book movie in my mind.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, right? My only thing with the Joker, right, is that I fucking love that movie. I'd like that's one of the best like comic book movies.
It's one of the best movies.
Yeah, best movies. But the thing is that it didn't have to be a Joker movie.
No.
That you could have wiped the Joker name from the movie script. You could have wiped everything to do with DC from that script completely, and just had it as a guy who becomes fucking medically insane. Yeah. Right. And it would have worked just as well, if not, I think, better.
Yeah.
Because I think the downfalls of that movie is when they try and tie in.
Yeah, when they try and like shoehorn in.
Yeah, the fucking
Waynes and
the Batman and like fucking or Joker and like all these like side stories, and it's like it was cool, and I fucking love that movie. But it didn't need to be a Joker movie. And I know the director was quite open about the fact that he didn't want to direct a Joker movie.
Right. Yeah.
He just wanted to direct a good movie, which he fucking did.
Yeah.
And he did write a great movie.
We need more. We need more. Like, that's what I'm missing though so much about cinema at the moment. Like, it's not cinema. It's a theme park ride.
Yeah, like they're not. I know. What's his name? He directed Shutter Island and like Goodfellas.
Right.
Shit, what the fuck? Oh, I need to find out his name.
The actor's Jacqueline Phoenix, right?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix, right?
I
I like the theory that Joker in like main Joker is just was inspired by like Joker.
Sorry.
So there's a theory I found that the Joker that we see in the main movies,
right. So like
as in like Dark Knight Joker,
Yeah.
Suicide Squad Joker, all those like main story comic book movie Jokers,
yeah,
was inspired by
this like story of
the story of this Joker.
fuck, I forgot his name. What's his name? The character's name.
Fuck. Should have come on this maybe prepared.
That's okay. Joker movie. Bang. Joaquin Phoenix, the Joker. What was his name?
But pretty much, I just want
Arthur Fleck. Yeah.
I want more like insightful movies like this, though.
Yeah, I think the way that DC should really go is that they've been trying to nail down this fucking multiverse thing forever, and every time it's not worked out.
Yeah.
So number one,
another thing, the what's it called? The cut that what's his name's doing? The
Zack
Snyder.
Snyder?
The Snyder cut.
yeah,
Confirmed to be a 4-hour long movie.
it's 4 episodes.
No. They confirmed it's not episodes. They confirmed it's a 4-hour long movie.
What?
Yeah.
When was this confirmed?
Like a couple of days ago.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about a 4-hour long movie. They should just break it down into 4 episodes for 1 hour.
But the thing is, you
episodes.
can't break a movie into episodes.
Well, when it's 4 fucking hours long, you can.
But like the thing is, TV shows have to have the arc in each episode.
Yeah.
But you can have this, so they can have the arc of the entire thing.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, I don't
And
know.
like, I mean, I wouldn't watch it as episodes. You'd sit down and watch all the episodes in one go, probably. Might as well just make it a fucking 4-hour long movie.
Yeah, true. Okay. Yeah. Either way, I'm not like
Invested.
I'm not invested. I'm excited to see what
Yeah, I
what
wanna
his
see
vision
happen.
was supposed to be, right? Like, because they've like fucking they've put millions of dollars into this fucking
Yeah.
this director's cut,
Yeah.
right? Which is
Re-edit.
which is pretty much a whole fucking brand new movie by the sounds of it.
I also like completely like talking about cuts. There's also apparently a JJ cut of a Rise of Skywalker apparently happening, but who fucking knows? That's still rumors.
Just let it die. Stop. Just leave it. You can't save it, right? Like,
Yeah. The only way we can save it is just scrap the entire sequel trilogy.
yeah,
redo it.
Start again. Do it again. Leave Kylo in there. He was cool.
Kylo was cool. Keep him.
Yeah,
That's
the
it.
rest of them, fuck off.
Like, okay, keep Rey. You need you want a female protagonist? Just do it well.
So the thing that I am quite excited about with DC is that they I mean, they're trying to find their ground where they stand,
Yeah.
right?
They're fucking slow. They're like, oh shit, Marvel's doing so well. I want a
Yeah.
piece of that action.
They went all over the place this entire time, and like the DCU is not going to work.
No.
It's
It's not going to work.
DCC?
It's not going to work because like you can just see them really trying to be Marvel.
Yeah, and like the only way you can do it is to start now and have the conclusion in 10 years' time, like Marvel did.
Yeah, like we can see you rushing this.
Yeah, like Marvel had an idea, They tested the waters. Nobody even fucking knew about it until like the first Avengers came out. When the first Avengers came out, everyone's like, "What? They're from those other movies."
Yeah,
and everyone's
like
like,
they had the Hulk movie.
Yeah,
They had Captain America.
like Hulk, Iron Man.
Yeah.
Captain America.
Captain America had a trailer for the Avengers in the end credits, didn't it?
Yeah, so I think Thor came out before Captain America.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and then like the other characters were just like in and out of those 4 movies, and then it was introduced as like Avengers, and everyone's like, "Whoa, fucking oath!" In all fairness, I knew from the start because I watched end credits.
Okay, nerd.
Yeah, that was me. I remember telling my friends about it. I was like, there's gonna be like a whole crossover movie between all these characters, and they're like, "No, that's stupid."
And you're just sitting here now like,
Yeah, and then it all happened, and then fucking Infinity War happened. I was like, what did I fucking say, bitches? I called it from start. Although when Thanos came on screen at the end of Avengers, the first Avengers movie,
the first Avengers.
yeah, and everyone's like, "Whoa, it's him!" And then everyone left the cinema going, "Who the fuck was that?" Nobody knew who the fuck Thanos was.
I didn't.
Neither. But I was like, "Oh yeah, look at him with his chin,
Ballsack chin.
Yeah, with his fucking bumpy chin." Yeah, I keep trying to talk about this, but DC, I want them to carry on doing they're just movies that are happening.
Like, you can make good Batman movies, like the fucking Nolan trilogy. Holy crap.
Incredible until the last one. But look, Dark Knight, incredible film. There's nothing about that film that is bad. There might be some things, but that film is like number one of the best portrayals of Joker ever.
Rest in peace, Heath Ledger.
Rest in peace, Heath Ledger. One of the most driven fucking storylines. Everything's done so well in that movie. The cinematography is incredible. The color correction in it is like,
like,
so
the color palette is just like,
the darks and the blues and like the oof
that everyone copied for a whole fucking half decade.
Yep. Every single action movie that came out after that.
Michael Bay's like, give me some of that.
Yeah, ooh, I like that.
Copy paste lot.
But I think they should stick to just doing that because like they've got cool storylines. Like DC have got so many cool fucking stories. They don't need to tie it all together. We've already got that in the MCU. We've already got the whole like everyone's going to come together and fight together. And I don't.
It's a thing of like, there's that already on the market. You can't just take what's already on the market and repackage it as your own.
I don't want to see it again. I've already seen it. I've spent fucking 10 years of my life living it, right, and waiting for it. I'm already satisfied in this area of filmmaking, in this area of like cinema. So do something. It is cinema, right? Like it might not come like be the. Well, actually, that's what I was talking about before. Martin Scorsese had just shit all over the MCU.
Yeah,
because he's like, this is not cinema.
I'm on his side,
and I can agree with it, right? But it's entertainment.
Yeah, like
it
comes entertainment, down to. But it's not like.
But cinema. That's what cinema started off as entertainment.
True. Yeah.
Right. That's what all it was. It was just something to do, and that's what TVs were when they came out. It was just something to do.
Yeah.
And then somebody realized that you can use that to a potential, right? So it's like,
I just don't like that it's really pushed aside the art form of cinema.
Yeah.
And everyone's trying to make this big blockbuster Skybeam.
People aren't doing it anymore. They tried it for a while, and it worked once. And the only place it worked was the MCU.
Yeah.
Like I understand that it's not cinema, and it's like it's not the, like the art form of like the perfect frame and like the incredible dialogue.
I love me some cinematography. Okay,
yeah, like I do as well. I love me a beautiful film, but like this is entertainment. This is what you do. This is what you watch things for, to be entertained.
Yeah.
Right. Whether you're entertained by the cinematography or the actual structure of the movie, the dialogue, the story, or if you're just entertained by fucking watching cars drive really fast down the road, because everyone loves the Fast and Furious movies, but nobody shat on them yet about it, right?
I mean,
everyone shat all over them, right? But like, they are a popular franchise for a reason, because they're entertaining. They are fun to watch. That's the point of a movie, is to entertain you and keep it fun to watch.
Yeah.
Not everybody wants to sit there and watch a silent movie just looks really pretty, because people get bored.
I've got a film idea.
You do?
Yeah. That I actually really want to make at some point.
What is it?
It's essentially like a dystopian film in the same vein of the Joker, where you take everyday life but you just push it like the smallest little step further to show that we're actually quite dystopian as we are.
like the thought in your head where you could like, let's say you're like walking down the road, and then you have that thought. It's like there's a car coming down the road. You're like, I could just step in front of this car and like get hit by a car right now. Like it'll hurt, but like, it's your like, it's like your two thought processes. It's your like reason, and then like, I don't know. I'm gonna throw words out here, but like say reason and chaotic, right?
Right.
So like your reason is like, I'm not gonna do that because that'll hurt and that's silly. Number one, there's gonna be a lot of damage. People are gonna get upset.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in pain. And number two, I'm just not gonna do it. And then your other thought process is like, yeah, but you can. Like, there's nothing stopping me from fucking just walking out there and jumping off the edge of the building, other than it might hurt a lot.
Yeah. My more the thought is I want to make a film where it's like it's a dystopian film, but it's actually kind of mundane, like real life. But it's like like small elements of it. I just push that a little bit further because like if you think about it, we're already in like if you like look at old dystopian films. And then draw them in parallel to where we are now.
Can I get an example of a film just so I can get on the same page with you?
Fuck.
Are we talking about like Blade Runner type dystopian?
Yeah, sort of Blade Runner dystopian, like sort of technology gone a little bit too far sort of thing.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I want to just like take where we are and like push it like half a step further.
Wait, isn't that just Black Mirror?
Yes, but like... yeah, like sort of Black Mirror, but like... a little bit less ridiculous.
Right. Okay.
I don't know. I haven't fully formulated this idea. It's just like
I'm thinking like think of like Blade Runner universe, right? You've got like your decades and you're like your main characters, right? But we're not focused on like the main characters of this like arc, right? Of Blade Runner because it's about like
I want to take
androids and shit. Like, is it like just about like a normal person and family just living their life in this dystopian future?
I was thinking like it's like essentially just take like the dynamic of society we have now and just make it like and just portray it dystopian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it going to be if it was to be focused on like a character? Would it be focused on a character?
It'd be focused on one character going through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I think would be actually quite an interesting watch is that if there wasn't a character to actually have the audience relate to, because like that's the point of like a main character, right? Is that you've got this one person that you're supposed to be throughout this like experience, right? If it wasn't based on this one person and it was just kind of based on this kind of like life, and like half of it was like not even like half of it, but like the things that happen are related, right? The things that are happening throughout the movie are related to each other and they progress like a normal movie would. But it's not about one person and their journey through it. It's about us just experiencing it as it goes on. It's almost like real life, right?
Yeah.
Because everyone is kind of living their own life, and that's the point of watching movies is that we get to follow through this like main character, and that's like a big problem with like a lot of people with like they've got like the protagonist syndrome, where everyone thinks that they're the main character of the story, and they're the main character of the universe. But like if we could like portray a movie that progressed as a normal movie would, but you're not following any certain specific person or like set of dialogue or set
like
of
protagonist.
Protagonist. You're just following the storyline as it would as you would at home watching the news, right?
Yeah.
You're watching like America fucking destroy itself right now, and then also like I don't know, North Korea had fucking nukes for a while. What's going on there? Like there's so many stories that are happening all over like this country that you could like put together a storyline of it all, and none of it really have to do with anything, but it all sort of ties in together.
That's a different movie idea, but good one.
Yeah, I think that'd be quite fun actually.
Yeah, because like my idea was just pretty much just like follow a person in today's world. Like give it some certain story beats and just put it through like a dystopian lens. Yeah,
that would also be kind of a fun experience.
Yeah, and just like because like the more I just sat there in my room like sort of kind of having a bit of an existential crisis, being like, we're in a dystopian now, huh?
Yeah, when you mentioned about the other day, did you bring up your notes?
Yeah. This was a very elaborate segue.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to whip out your phone. You're like, anyway,
this is an elaborate segue.
You know what, Maddie? I'm glad you brought that
up. Right. So the military-industrial complex.
Yeah. Can you number one say that again?
The military-industrial complex?
Military-industrial complex.
Yes.
Can you please explain that to me and the audience?
So essentially the like a lot of our technology has trickled down from military
Right.
experiments and research.
Yeah, it's like the whole like
Through all these, like-
they
like,
get things
but-
like 10 years, and then
Yeah.
10 years later it comes to
Like
like
GPS
yeah,
was made by the US military. We now have it.
yeah. It's what is it? It gets passed down to
It goes to like
Consumer.
military and industry, and then consumer.
yeah,
It's usually like the progression that technology takes
Yeah.
quite often, because that's where the money is.
yeah. All the money goes into wars and
Yeah.
armies and
And all these like
military.
companies like Boeing and Lockheed Martin and all that.
Yeah.
They'll like do all their research, and then we'll get them in planes eventually. And
Yeah, fuck.
so that's why. And then I was watching. So this all came about. I was done thinking about this because I was watching Cloud's Insomniac performance.
Yeah.
And his costume is it's cyberpunk.
Yeah, that's Clouds with a K, by the way.
Yeah, Cloud with a K. His costume is cyberpunk, and the more I looked at it, the more I was like, this is just a battle uniform. So I was thinking
Yeah.
about the problematic nature of cyberpunk, because it's all very high tech, and then a lot of high tech stuff comes from the military. So it just makes sense for it to be problematically like aggressive.
Yeah, well, they're like even like not even, and this is like we've already got like examples of it in like the real world, right? But like even like media that's taken that, right? Like Batman, right? His armor is ex-military gear.
Yeah.
Like everything in the Nolan series of Batman is ex-military
Yeah.
gear. It's all like it's all products that didn't make it into the military and also didn't pass consumer grade product levels, right? So it's just kind of sat there.
Yeah,
and,
so
like,
that's because that's just the world we live in. Like,
yeah. In fact, that's like everything's kind of based around that. Even like Tony Stark, right? Yeah, fuck. All of his shit was just built for armies and military, and then used it for his own good, and then starts kind of like trickling down into the consumer. Fucking hell.
everything is war.
Yeah, man. I wonder if they've got better than Reds in the military.
Huh?
I said, I wonder if they've got anything better than the Reds.
What do you mean, cameras?
Yeah,
I wouldn't be like imagine they've got like camera. I mean, they've got satellite cameras that can zoom in from fucking space.
oh, yeah, this is true. Yeah, you know what? They probably do have something better than a Red. Now that I think about it,
Like they can like put a satellite into geostatus orbit around like Afghanistan and zoom right the fuck in to see what's going on. Like, I think we're fucking.
yeah. Imagine if we lived in a society.
I mean,
By the way, we do.
yeah. Well, this is where I came about. Like, this is where the thought process went. We're in a dystopia now.
Yeah. I mean, we always kind of have been.
Yeah.
It's never really been a...
The point of a dystopia is taking where we are and just pushing it one step further.
Yeah. It's like...
But like in the
in the thought process of like, say, like the 90s and the 80s, we technically are in the dystopian
exactly,
future.
that's why I want to make a film like that.
Yeah. And... But like it's not color graded to like be dark and mysterious because it's just
real
life,
life.
right? Yeah.
That's why I wanted to make a film that's sort of like mundane, and then just color graded and make it be like, this is dystopia.
Yeah. Okay. Then you're right. Like we've got like fucking Teslas, they drive themselves.
yeah.
We've got fucking this new Samsung robot that will load and unload your dishwasher. That totally, what you say, doesn't look like it's going to strangle you in your sleep.
It's got like little friendly blinky eyes just to make you feel like it's not gonna come up to you and just be like, sleep now.
You were showing me the video. I was like, man, I really like its face. And you're like, it's what them. That's why they make it like that.
I was like, yeah, you're meant to.
It's you are the target audience. I was like, yeah, you know what, you're right. I probably would buy this because I like its face.
Yeah.
But I like a little like there's like those little like desk robots. They're just on your desk and they just go around. And
Yeah.
got,
Do you know
like,
where that technology
personality.
came from? Like self-tracking robots, bomb robots.
Yeah. Well, I thought they were quite cute.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, everything eventually gets cute,
This is true.
but first it's meant for war.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, I wonder what else.
I mean, the self-driving cars even came from military technology. They were doing the LiDAR, like those, those like rotating camera systems they had on top of trucks for a while.
Yeah.
That was they've had those for ages in trucks that just like for convoys. They'll just have a line of trucks driving themselves with maybe like 1 liter truck with a real person driving it.
Huh. Wow. It just reminds me of
Iron Man.
Return of Skywalker.
Huh?
The Last Skywalker, sorry. What is it? Return of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker with like the one ship that's armed and man, sorry, and then all the other shifts that just follow. Weird.
Yeah.
Man, real life is scary.
Yeah.
You know what? It's still nice in New Zealand, though.
Oh no, it's like we're in like one of the best places to be because we're not like there isn't really a military industrial complex in New Zealand.
Yeah.
We just get the stuff from America.
we don't really have money to invest. The only thing our money invests into is agriculture and arts.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of arts.
we mean kind of arts. We've got weird workshops here.
Oh, true. Yeah. Like, I mean, like that's not government. Oh, there's actually there's so many government subsidies for filmmaking. We should make a film.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's a lot of money that's in New Zealand that's dedicated towards arts. Like,
yeah. I got real cynical real fast and I was like, I didn't thought about more.
even the music industry.
Yeah.
Like, you may not be able to see it because it's fucking, but like, New Zealand on Air, George FM,
Yeah.
fucking all that shit, cash, bank,
They're not subsidized. They're ad based.
still,
Yeah.
but it's like,
TVNZ does, but
it's
Actually-
it's heavily encouraged though.
yeah. So actually, that's the thing. About half a year ago, MediaWorks was going under
Yeah,
because they're competing against TVNZ, which is government owned and run,
yeah,
and it's pretty impossible to compete against government money.
yeah. That's is true.
So they're complaining about like it being like an unfair market.
Yeah,
And MediaWorks runs George FM and all those.
yeah. That's
So
why Netsky's played almost exclusively on George FM. Netsky is like almost exclusively played on George FM because their MediaWorks are like marketing pros.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Although I hate their fucking imagery design. Have you been on like the George FM Instagram? It's
Yeah.
so gross to look at.
It's very bland and
Yeah.
just like
It looks like
it's very much like they had an algorithm of like what like graphic design should be, and they just did that.
yeah, like there's fucking like independent like there's like kids are in Wellington that are like making better fucking imagery.
I mean, yeah, that's because they're not. That's the whole corporation thing. Like,
yeah, still, but like
if you're gonna have that's
you
goes
got-
back to my problem with Disney.
yeah, but like you've got money to like improve your imagery. I get it. Like the majority of people that listen to George FM and like actually pay attention to that don't really care. But like a little bit of like just a touch of fucking effort into those like imagery, and they'll just blast the fucking into everybody else away.
Yeah,
Like they've got everything.
like you
else.
have the resources, do it.
Yeah, but like whatever, it's working for them. Like I said,
Like just
the
hire
majority-
one artist that's gonna like has a bit of a unique perspective of everything.
Yeah, or just for sit
Or
down.
scroll through Instagram for like half an hour and be like, steal.
Sit down at your fucking table meetings and just think and be like, is this still appropriate in today's design and like imagery,
Like visual communication.
yeah,
like,
level that we're at right now? And everyone will be like, no,
Yeah.
this is not. It looks like shitty fucking. It looks unfinished. Every time I see anything on their Instagram page, it looks unfinished. I'm sorry, Josephine. I love you. You're fucking great. I do listen to you a lot when I'm at home, and my parents listen to you religiously. And so does my brother, Hunter.
I do not listen. I just see your Instagram highlights.
Yeah, that's also true. But yeah, that was my one gripe about.
Yeah. MediaWorks.
MediaWorks and George FM.
Are you a One News or a Three News?
I mean, I watched One News when I was.
Yeah, I was more meaning like when you grew up. Like, what were you?
Oh yeah, we grew up watching One News.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I that's the thing. I never like. I think I was Three News, but like we also switched so often
Yeah.
because like my parents were sort of like a bit media savvy with like the whole idea of like there's different perspectives in journalism.
Yeah. Well, I never throughout my childhood, I never had those. That was never like something that I was made to think about. Like nobody ever told me that there were like different perspectives on like ideology.
Yeah.
Right. It was just like I just kind of would like my thought process towards the news. Right. Was like stuff's happened. They're gonna tell me what's happened.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Like
And I was never like invested in any of like the things going on. I never really actually cared.
I was like a media studies kid.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I can tell.
Yeah, like we were like one of the topics in my high school media studies class was like newspapers and how like because ODT Otago Daily Times is I think it's one of the two independent newspapers in New Zealand left.
Right.
Everything else is owned by two companies.
Fuck.
Yep.
That makes a lot of sense actually.
Yeah.
Capitalism.
Yeah, and like you can like see the two companies that work, and one of the companies is owned by like Australian owned, and so they're very coal biased.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, mining and everything.
And if you trace it far enough back, it goes to Rupert Murdoch.
Sorry,
Fox.
you mumbled through that entire sentence.
So if you trace it back far enough, it goes to Rupert Murdoch, who is the guy who started Fox
Oh.
in America.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah, that I hear Fox News is quite not.
This is
Yeah.
this is what's going through my mind all the time.
Politics. Just to touch on this, is kind of like it's got something to do with this, I guess. But it was just kind of a little bit more funnier. Last night we were watching some TV show or something. That's not really important. We were sitting there. Sarah was my partner was scrolling through jobs on Seek or whatever, and one of the jobs she came across was like a entry level software engineer.
Oh yeah.
And she was like, Ben, she was complaining about like they're asking for like, you know, at least 4 years experience in the industry plus a tertiary education and their qualifications, and you need to be like dedicated, blah blah blah, work overtime, and you're only getting like the pay was like 42k a year. God. And she was like, why the fuck would anybody do that? Like, how can you even do that? And I was just sitting there like, capitalism.
Oh, yeah. No, there's that whole thing of like, Alex is just you hear like capitalism.
Yeah. I was like, put my hands over my mouth. I was like, capitalism. So I was like, what? I was like, capitalism.
Comrade.
She's like, yeah, you're right. And I was like,
There's that graph of like productivity and wages, and productivity just keeps going up and wages stagnate.
Yeah. Oh, God. It was a fucking... Yeah, but like... oh, God, we don't need to be talking about that.
Yeah. No, that's getting dark fast.
Yeah. But yeah, military-industrial military
Military-industrial complex.
Military-industrial complex. The trickle-down...
Yeah. Trickle-down technology.
Technology.
Yeah.
Crazy. I'm actually quite excited about that robot, though. I do want to see, like... There's going to be some fucking funny YouTube videos coming out of that, man.
Oh, it's only a concept, so we'll probably have it for another like couple of years, but
still, I can't wait for those videos.
Oh yeah,
there's going to be so many.
I can't wait to have one.
Yeah, there's going to be people fucking abusing the shit out of them. Y2K? Yeah, you thought that was 2000? No, bro. That's 2023. That's when they all go, wait a second.
It's when they all use their artificial intelligence to look back over like videos on YouTube to be like, what are you doing to robots? Like, oh, you're kicking them. Like they'll look back at the Boston Dynamics robot videos and they're like looking at them just abusing the Boston Dynamics and like, hang on a fucking second.
The corridor digital one? Where they're like kicking it around and shooting at it, and then it like starts like picking up guns and just fights everyone back, and they're like, we can do that. It's like, way to go, corridor.
Like, robots will be like,
You put it in their head. Great video though.
You put it in the mesh network.
Sorry, the network. Also,
their neural engine.
Yeah, I was thinking about. I wasn't thinking. I was watching a video, so I'm not taking any credit for this.
But it was an original thought.
Yeah, it was an original thought. But I was the distinction between World Wide Web and Internet, right? And I was like, I never really kind of had a like thought process on how that works.
Is it like the World Wide Web is like the infrastructure and Internet's like the data?
So think of it as like so the way Google used to work, or like search engines used to work before web design was introduced, was all network based, right? So it's all linear.
Yeah.
In order to get from here to here, you'd go through step. But then you couldn't get back to like, you couldn't go from here to somewhere else. You'd have to go back to the start and then start again. And it all worked in
linear, not yet.
Yeah, linear, which is networks, right? It's the same as like all computers work in order to get from like
file structure.
File structure. And then the way that they designed the web was an interconnected way of connecting all these pieces together, like they
all these nodes.
Yeah, nodes. It's like 19. Every website is only 19 clicks away from any other page on the internet. Is like the theorized, like hyperlink type clicking. There's like a game that you can play as well. It's like trying to get from one Wikipedia page to another, just by clicking
yeah,
hyperlinks
yeah.
on the pages.
Yeah.
I don't know if you did that.
I've done that.
Yeah, it's quite fun. If you haven't, give it a go.
Yeah.
Just like set yourself like two completely different fucking subjects, and then just type in the first one, and then just click on hyperlinks that you think might lead you to the next until you get there. It's fucking fun. But yeah, so that's what
best thing to do is open a new tab so you can actually count.
Yeah, that's actually it's a middle click.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the web is the interconnected nodes that lead you from page to page to page, and then the net is a network. So when it's it's like international, right? It's like nationality, and it's all of them connected. So international, national is the country, inter is the connection, inter network, internet, and that's how we got the term internet. And then the World Wide Web in itself is a separate part of the internet. Like, it is part of it, but it's not. Like, surfing the web is different to browsing the internet.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, I never really thought about that.
I'll need a visual. Yeah, like that's the sort of thing I need to see visually to understand.
Yeah, I'll I will chuck this in link actually down the bottom because I know where the video is. Okay. But it's actually quite an interesting watch. Actually, all this guy's videos are very interesting.
Oh no, there's some YouTube channels that are just like, oh damn.
Yeah, I think the channel's called Disrupt TV, and it's crazy. Yeah, he talks about like the history of like hackers, right? Like there was this one guy who was a program designer in like university, and he like started designing this this program to it was pretty much a fucking backdoor Trojan that would take everyone's information, and just like whoever had this fucking the Trojan could just like put it into anybody's computer, take all the information that they have on their computer, and then use that against them, right? And then he like was like designing for this one guy on the dark web for him. The guy was as anything that goes on the dark web, it's very sketchy, and I wouldn't recommend it. If you are going to do it, use a VPN, and use a very trusted VPN.
Or use a Tor browser that's got a VPN built in. Yeah,
I think onion.tor. But
fun times.
Yeah, it can be, but it can also be very scary.
Oh yeah, like I've gone on like every now. I think I've gone on the dark web twice.
Yeah,
and it's just like, oh damn.
Anytime as soon as I get close to it, I have anxiety, like just shiver through my entire body, because it's like I just, you don't know what's there. It's like what is it? Like 99% of the internet is in the dark web. The rest of like the surface web is Google.
Yeah,
it's like there is so much shit out there that you just can't see. Anyway.
Oh no, Google's listening to you now.
Google, there's so much better than I'm happy you're happy. Thank you. Yeah, what the fuck was I saying?
Dark web.
Dark web. Oh yeah, so basically he was like programming this Trojan for this guy, and then he was like sweet, and he was getting paid in Bitcoin, so he had like $10,000 worth of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And this is like during the start of like Bitcoin and like cyber currency. And then basically the guy was like, sweet, now that you've done that, I want you to make me another one that's better. He's like, I want the whatever the program was called, 2.0, and I want it with a WI, which is a
web interface,
injection,
right?
Web inject, which basically means that you can, if this virus is installed on this computer, or if it's made it to this computer,
right,
which
it would
the web inject means that it would share the screen of your screen to whoever the fuck was running the program, and it was basically used for like bank fraud.
Yeah, to
be able to like steal people's monies. You could like, because you had all the information,
trackers and all that.
Yeah, you had all the information, you had everything, so you could just like send off all the information to the bank. The bank would be like, sweet, we need like a verification code, 2-step authorization, and then basically you could send another from this virus, send a two-step authenticator from the bank to this to their phone or their fucking computer, whatever the fuck they were using, and then you would see their information get input. You'd then take that, then you could send that to the bank and basically take all their money, and just commit bank fraud.
Yeah,
and it's all about like this guy's like story and like how he dealt with that, and he was never really charged with anything. Like it was like he come up against like 10 years worth of jail time plus extra shit. Like I think it was like he was charged with like 28 different oh my god, I'm so bad at words. 28 different
Counts.
Counts and cases, whatever. He did 28 different bad things.
28 bad things later.
Yeah, but I think he got like 1 year of community service, and then he was a free man. Because, I don't know, he like snitched or some shit, I don't know.
Right.
But I'll put a link to this guy's videos in the description because they're quite fun to watch. Interesting, and they're so well done as well.
Yeah. So I think we should probably wrap it up because we have gone over an hour.
Oh shit! Yeah, okay.
For probably an hour and a half at this point. It's okay. We missed the podcast last week. We're making up for it.
Yeah, I feel that was a good podcast.
Yeah. So to summarize, WandaVision, High Voltage is about to become a film studio.
Yeah. Summarize: Mandy's laptop's broken. Streams are going to be a little iffy for the next couple of weeks. But podcasts will still be continuing.
Yeah.
And game streams will be still as usual.
Yeah.
But the Friday night streams.
We're making our slow transition to game YouTubers.
Yeah. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment below just beneath the like and subscribe button. Share with your friends just beside the like and subscribe button.
And the bell.
And the bell. Hit the bell. If you want to get notifications whenever we go live or whenever we do anything, hit that bell button. It costs you nothing and it means the world to us.
But if you want to cost something, we've got it. If you want something to cost you, we've got the donation link in the description.
Yeah, which is not necessary if you don't want to, but if you do,
greatly appreciate it, especially now that Maddie's got no laptop.
Yeah, fuck. Stop reminding me. Yeah, we need to make music and do streams and shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you for watching, and thank you for listening to Substation Radio High Voltage Podcast. My name's been Maddie, also known as XCVI.
My name is Alex. I was known as l-x-tricity.
Yeah, thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. We'll be live tomorrow. Or today, or maybe it was yesterday, whenever the fuck you listen to this, for the
time
game stream. We're going to play some Warzone, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Good.
The video games.
Yeah, I played a bit of Warzone night before. And am I ready to fucking get some wins.
I was also, okay, real quick. I was thinking, how about you bring your the monitor over, and then we don't have to worry about networking the capture card from the TV. And then we just move the Xbox through and set up on the desk, and then just have it so we're like in a little LAN center.
So I'm playing on the shitty monitor.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No.
Okay, fine. I try to make it easy for myself. Okay. All right.
I'm not gonna play in a fucking 16 by fucking 9 or whatever. 10. Ugh.
Okay, bye.
See ya. Hey, Alex.
Yes.
Welcome to the credits. This is the end of the podcast. This is the parts that's playing afterwards, with the end credits.
Oh.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.